Sunrise at the camp, 5:45. Papa John 128. Great sunrise at the Kidgore shelter. Good sunrise now too. Slept good. Reports of bear activity were greatly exaggerated. No sign of any bears, although I will say the bear box, there's 3 of them. One of them is full of food trash. You know, trash is one thing, but food trash, that's going to attract your mice and your bears and your squirrels and chipmunks and everything else. So I hung a bear bag. I didn't want to wake up to having a bag eaten through by mice. That, and I like food. I'd like to be able to eat it. I'm willing to share with the mice, but not right now. It's supposed to get warm today and tomorrow, probably up close to 90. There's a couple of ways to mitigate that. You start hiking at 6 in the morning, like I'm doing now, and try to finish by 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It won't be that warm. Another way is you stay at higher elevations. You can't always control that, but at least in Vermont and New Hampshire, you pretty much are at higher elevations. And that's my plan. Leave early, stay cool. I'm gonna turn this around. It's rocky, rooty, and muddy. That's Vermont, and it's just hard to get a lot of pace going here, so, you know, I haven't really decided how many miles I'm doing today, probably at least 15, but if the terrain would kind of mellow out, I might be able to do 20 or more, but I'll just go as far as I can till 2 or 3 in the afternoon, see how hot it is, and stop when I get tired. Sounds like a good plan to me. The beavers have done it again. Look at that beaver dam. They are pretty amazing at creating these ponds all over the place. You can always tell a beaver dam and pond because you see all the trees that were growing in this area back in the day, and then the beavers build up this dam and they stop up the water. I wonder where they're at. I think they have little dens under there. This is Stratton Pond Shelter. Man, this is a nice shelter. I'm gonna stop and eat lunch here. This is Stratton Pond. A lot of people stop and swim here, but I don't know, I'm just not feeling the urge to swim today. I'm enjoying getting bitten by all these bugs too much. I think I'll just stay out of the water. But the water looks pretty clean. I mean, if I really wanted to go for a swim, I would go in there. The bugs, gotta tell you, they are aggressive. They got some different kinds of flies here. They're a little bit smaller. Their wings are shaped a little bit more like a F-16. They're not quite as fast as our flies down south, so I was able to kill quite a few of them. Took my hat out and I started swatting around at them, and my swing to kill ratio was pretty good. But there's just so many of them; they just kept coming. I finally got through eating, and I just said, I gotta get out of here. They're tearing me up. So I'm gonna keep moving and try to stay a little bit ahead of them. Slapped one of them flies. I think he slapped me back. Let me give you, oh boy, mud. Let me give you an update on Muffet. She went to the Express Med thinking she had some kind of respiratory issue, but the nurse practitioner believes it's either a virus or allergies, which have been really bad this season, and should be back on the trail tomorrow. I was kind of wondering why these boards aren't in all places, but I think I finally figured it out. They put these boards down
so that people don't step on the mosquito nests when they're in season. They don't want to slow down any of the mosquito reproduction efforts. So some parts you can walk through the water, and other parts they're protecting the bedding areas. That's why we have such an aggressive and ferocious population of mosquitoes here in Vermont. Massachusetts likes their mosquitoes too. I was going to stop at that last shelter. It's called William Douglas, something like that shelter. It was half a mile off the trail, and I was like, man, you walk half a mile down to get to your tent site or shelter, and then have to walk half a mile out. That's an extra mile. So the next shelter was 3 miles down the road, so I decided I would just keep going. Today's just one of those days where I'm not sure where I'm going to stop. I just keep walking. I don't even know what time it is. But it's a nice day, and I've always been of the opinion, if the weather's nice, you keep walking. This is Spruce Peak Shelter. I'd love to get to the next shelter, but I'm just too tired. Oh man, look at this. Wow. It's got a wood burning stove and nice big platforms. Feels kind of warm in here though. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. Might have to pitch a tent.